I in the air?
Well, all right. What is going down, everybody? Welcome back to another brand new edition of Am I on the Air? My name is Don Mega, and I'm your host, and I'm so happy that you're here to join me today to get caught up with all the latest and the greatest in entertainment news, television, movies, and some non-spoiler reviews. Usually, today, not so much, but I still welcome you to the show. It is season 28, episode 5, and tonight's show is simply titled Irregardless. I love that word so much. We're going to be breaking down the news from January 24th through today, January the 30th. So come on in and let's get her going. Before we get started, it's plug time because I told you guys it was coming this month. If you've been listening to me for any amount of time, you know typically we drop a very special episode every January, and that is getting the crew together for an Am I Still on the Air spinoff episode. And it is, of course, the top 10 of 2023 and our top 10 most anticipated of 2024. I love doing this episode every single year because you never know what you're going to get. It's myself, Friggins, Peeps, and it's always fun, right? Because, you know, me, I have pretty much the mainstream type of movies on my list. And then, you know, sees a lot of kid movies, so he's always talking about more kiddie-ish movies. And then you got Friggins, and he's just talking about God knows what. But no, he's the foo-foo guy of the team that has got all the Oscar nominations on his list. So that's what I love about it. Film is very subjective. It's how it hits us all, and it's always great to look back on a year and see, like, what did we match up on, or what were we far apart from, and who this year got the Get the Fuck Out of Here award. So it's an awesome time. We did go live with this on our YouTube channel. So on Sunday night, we recorded it live. So you can check this out in video and audio form. So whichever method fits your need. YouTube.com/Am I on the Air to watch the video version. It should be right there on the front of the page. You can also click the playlist that says Am I Still on the Air? It's in there as well. Or just right here on this podcast feed, you should be able to see the audio version as well. So the choice is yours. And we have a link to the video version in the show notes to the audio version. So try to make it as simple as we can. But it's so much fun, man. So definitely check out our Am I Still on the Air? Top 10 movies of 2023 and top 10 most anticipated of 2024. It's a fun ride. So check that out. Now playing. Over on the review side, man, it's been a pretty slim pickings week for that. There was really nothing at the box office, and I didn't really watch anything at home. So I don't have any movies for you guys this week, which is a very big rarity. Over on the TV side, I will touch really quickly on what I did watch. Is I checked out, and this is where I got the inspiration for titling tonight's show Irregardless, because I watched the new Kevin James stand-up special, which is also titled Irregardless. This just dropped on Prime Video. I love Kevin James. I've talked about it before. I think King Queens is the best sitcom ever, best comedy sitcom ever. I love that show so much. I just love Kevin. I love his style. Just love this guy. So when I saw he had dropped a new comedy special, I ran to Prime Video and checked this one out. And unfortunately, I have to say, it wasn't that good. I'm sorry, it wasn't that good. And that's coming from somebody with a bias that really likes him. I watched this with my wife. She said the same thing. She was like, about halfway through, she was like, this really isn't very good. And I was like, we'll just stick through it. I'm sure there'll be some good stuff. And yes, there's a couple good jokes here and there. I did chuckle several times, but overall, when it ended, I was like, man, what a disappointment. And I hate to say that because, again, I love Kevin James, so I'm sorry, Kevin, but I got to be honest. And I just, I can't really recommend this one. This isn't something I tell you to waste an hour on. Um, Even if you're a Kevin James fan like myself, it just didn't hit for me at all. And that's unfortunate. So that's what I got for Kevin James and Irregardless over on Prime Video. And then I just want to touch real quick over on the TV side. Today was the season finale of Percy Jackson. This is the new Percy Jackson version that is on Disney Plus. I really enjoyed this season. I really enjoyed this show. This was a show that when I heard it was coming, I wasn't even sure I'd watch it. And my daughter ended up she was even on the fence. I was like, "You want to watch this with me?" And she was like, I don't know." And it ended up every week on Tuesday, she would say, "Dad, is there a new Percy Jackson to watch?" And she got super into this show. And I got into it with her. I thought it was a fun ride. We're still waiting to see if we got that official season 2 announcement yet, which we haven't, but I know it's done very, very well for Disney Plus. So I'm sure an announcement is right around the corner. But season finale hit. It was good, and it was a great first season. So definitely highly recommend to check out Percy Jackson and the Olympians. You can stream all episodes now on Disney Plus. All right, that's all I got. We're gonna switch on over to box office. Coming in at number 10 is Night Swim, which is now available on VOD. Number 9 is American Fiction. Number 8, Godzilla Minus One. Number 7, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, which is also on VOD. Number 6, Poor Things. Number 5, Anyone But You. Number 4, Migration, which is also on VOD. Number 3, Wonka, which just hit VOD today. Number 2, The Beekeeper, which just hit VOD today to rent. You can't buy it yet, but you can rent it for $20. And number 1 is Mean Girls, once again. So, what's crazy about this box office is for a minute there, Mean Girls and The Beekeeper were neck and neck to where it was a tie and nobody knew who was the real number one movie. And then the studio behind The Beekeeper, MGM, came out and said, "It looks like The Beekeeper is the number one movie." It edged out Mean Girls. And I was like, damn, that's awesome. After 3 weeks, The Beekeeper finally hits the number one spot. That's awesome. And then the official numbers hit on Monday, and Mean Girls actually ended up edging out The Beekeeper. This is how close it was. The Beekeeper landed at number 2 with 6.6 million, and Mean Girls was number 1 with 6.9. So close between the two of them. And in a very quiet weekend, because yeah, your number one movie only has 6.9 mil. That's really, really low. But we had nothing new, nothing new. But this weekend that changes because Argyle comes out, so we'll definitely be seeing that, and we'll have that review next week. All right, getting on over to our news of the week. Deadpool 3 has officially wrapped. That's right. Ryan Reynolds came out and he said, "The suit hides the blood, also sweat. But today, with Deadpool wrapping, it's mostly tears. A giant and forever thanks to the cast and crew of our film who battled wind, rain, strikes, and Hugh Jackman, all under the leadership of Sean Levy. I got to make a movie with my closest pals, and that doesn't happen very often. See ya July 26th. Yeah, buddy, I'm super excited. Really looking forward to Deadpool 3. If you listen to our show, most anticipated, this movie pops up on all three of our lists. But where does it land? But definitely check it out. So cool to see. This is going to be awesome. Roadhouse. We've been talking about this movie coming for a while. This is the Jake Gyllenhaal remake of the Patrick Swayze movie. I've been excited for this because I'm just a sucker for Roadhouse. And the poster came out, then the trailer dropped, and the trailer was phenomenal. It was way better than I ever expected it to be. Um, and then it's directed by Doug Liman. Doug Liman came out and said he's going to boycott the premiere. And basically, he's pretty pissed that this movie is just going to be going straight to streaming on Prime Video. Um, what I'm shocked about is I always assumed this was going straight to video on Prime, streaming on Prime Video, because even back when I announced that this movie was coming, it was always a Prime movie. Now, I guess maybe at some point they had discussed it going into some kind of limited release and then maybe pulled back on that. So I can understand Doug Liman being kind of pissed. He said he wanted this movie to go theatrical. He wanted this movie to come out for everybody to see in the theaters, and not just be a streaming movie to just go to die, you know? And I get that. From a marketing perspective, I also get Prime Video's decision because you want to do original movies on streamers to get people to sign up, right? If Roadhouse comes out and is a great movie and everybody's talking about it, they're going to go watch it on Prime or they're going to sign up to get Prime. So I get it. You need stuff to drive people to your streaming partners. So it's an interesting story. It's a bummer that Doug Liman's so mad. I'm a big fan of Doug Liman and his style. I think this is going to be a fun movie, but as of right now, this comes out the beginning of March, and it's going to be Prime Video exclusive. On a Netflix earnings call, the co CEO talked about maybe doing a Leo 2. So nothing super official yet, but Leo is the little animated movie with Adam Sandler. My daughter loved this movie this year. And yeah, I mean, why not? Let's do a sequel. That'd be good. Christopher Nolan's Tenet is going to be returning to theaters next month in February, and I will have a first look sneak peek at Dune Part 2. So that'd be pretty cool. I know a lot of people didn't get to see Tenet in the theater because it came out during the pandemic, so pretty smart on them to release that. We have the trailer for One Life, which shows Anthony Hopkins as a real life Holocaust hero. Matthew Vaughn says he is working on Kingsman 3. So yeah, we're ready, man. Let's go. We got to do it. Chris Evans, Aubrey Plaza, and Margaret Qualley have been cast in Ethan Cohen's new comedy movie, so awesome cast there. I love that. Tell Me Lies Season 2 has officially added Lucifer's Tom Ellis to the cast. Callista Flockhart addresses the Ally McBeal return rumors more than a year after the sequel series has been reported. She's still very interested. She says they're still working on it, just no real update, just that it's still in pre production. So, will we get it? Possibly. Will we not get it? Possibly. So, we'll see how that one pans out. Hulu has unveiled the chaotic trailer for the Solar Opposites Valentine's Day special. Jon Stewart's going to be returning to The Daily Show as a part time host, and he will also be the executive producer. So, I know a lot of people super excited about that. We have the trailer for the return of Steamboat Willie, which previews the Mickey Mouse horror movie. Um, the new movie Malice has cast David Duchovny and Jack Whitehall for the Prime Video movie that they're putting together. Detective Pikachu 2. Justice Smith says he has to give a disappointing update because he says nothing's happened. He hasn't seen a script. He hasn't heard anything. Nobody's called him. So no word yet on Detective Pikachu season 2. Not season 2, but movie 2. I feel like at some point they'll do this. I believe Ryan Reynolds had talked about going back to doing this one soon. But as of right now, Justice Smith was the lead in the last movie, and he says there's just nothing really going on with that. So the search for Supergirl. This has been going on. There was several actresses that had tested for it, and it had got narrowed down to two. It was going to be Millie Alcock from House of the Dragon or Meg Donnelly. They both screen tested for James Gunn in Atlanta. My pick was Meg Donnelly. Everything I've seen her in has been great. From what I understand, she also voiced Supergirl in the animated stuff. So that'd be pretty cool. Millie Alcock, I'm not familiar with. I don't watch House of the Dragon, and from just the pictures alone, I feel like Meg Donnelly is the better pick. But from the beginning of the week when this news came out to the end of the week right before I recorded, news has broke and it is official that Millie Alcock has been selected and she is the new Supergirl for the DCU. That's right. James Gunn's DCU has officially picked Millie Alcock. So I'll give her a chance, man. Hey, James Gunn, I think, has a good eye for talent. And if he feels like she's the best representation of Supergirl, then do it. Of course, she is going to be the lead for the Supergirl movie that they're doing. And then supposedly she is also supposed to pop up in another DCU project. A lot of people speculating it's going to be Superman Legacy, obviously, since it's the first one going, and she's obviously Superman's cousin. But that's not confirmed. They're saying it could be a different project. So, but we should see her pop up before the Supergirl movie. So, congratulations to Millie Alcock for landing that role. Um, Roadhouse is going to hit Prime Video on March 21st, by the way. I just want to get that release date out there for you, March 21st. Wolfpack has been canceled by Paramount Plus, not coming back for a season 2. I watched this show. It was okay. I'm not crying over it getting canceled. It was all right. It was something to binge through and something to have on when it was out, but um, yeah, it wasn't the greatest. So I'm not too concerned about that. Not shocked that it got canceled. Coleman Domingo is set to lead and direct a Nat King Cole biopic. So there you go there. We have the trailer for Sleeping Dogs, which is Russell Crowe's new crime thriller. Watch the trailer for this one. I don't think it looked very good. But there you go. The Last of Us Season 2 has added Succession's Mark Mylod as a director. We have the trailer for Agro Drift, which is Travis Scott's new Harmony Korine's infrared indie movie. That's right. This whole movie is in infrared. Kind of crazy. So check out the trailer for Agro Drift. We have the trailer for Royal Crackers Season 2, which is coming soon to Adult Swim. Lily Gladstone is set to star in Charlie Kaufman's written new sci-fi movie, The Memory Police. We have the trailer for Calamity Jane, which previews Stephen Amell and Emily Bett Rickard's upcoming Western thriller. So a little Arrow reunion there with those two. A Complete Unknown, which is about to go into production, directed by James Mangold. Benedict Cumberbatch was set to star in that. Not the main role, because that's Timothée Chalamet, but he was going to co-star in it, but he had to drop out due to scheduling conflicts. And Edward Norton has stepped in to replace him. So nice move there. I like that. The Accountant 2, finally moving forward. The Ben Affleck sequel is set to begin filming later this year. I'm so stoked for that. I love The Accountant. What a great movie. So glad to see that we're finally getting that sequel. The Diplomat Season 2 is added Allison Janney. Ben Affleck is going to direct Matt Damon in a new Netflix movie called Animals. So I love that. I love anytime Matt and Ben like to work together. Going back to Coleman Domingo, he is on fire, lining up projects left and right. And now he's going to the Michael Jackson biopic as he's been cast as Joe Jackson. Ooh, what a good casting for that. Bob the Builder animated movie is in the works, and Anthony Ramos is set to star. Malin Ackerman is set to lead a new Starz thriller drama series called The Hunting Wives. We have the trailer for Immaculate, which is Sydney Sweeney's new faith horror movie. So kind of crazy. I watched the trailer for this. Not really my thing, but I love Sydney Sweeney, so congratulations and check out that trailer. Julianne Moore is set to star in Pedro Almodovar's The Room Next Door. Reacher Season 3 is moving forward, and if you're a fan of the book series, we have found out what book they're going to do. Prime Video has announced that Reacher Season 3 will be based on the book Persuader. That is the 7th book in the Jack Reacher series. The Season 3 logline reads, Reacher must go undercover to rescue an informant held by a haunting foe from his past. They also announced the return of Maria Sten as Frances Neagley for Season 3. Neagley was, of course, one of his only friends, having served in the Army's 110th Special Investigations Unit. She was a big part of Season 2, so glad to see that they're going to bring her back for Season 3. So there you go. That's what it's going to be based on. We have the trailer for Tuesday, which is Julia Louis-Dreyfus's new A24 drama. What a weird trailer. Oh man, I don't even understand this trailer, man. There's a talking parrot, there's people dying. It looks sad. Wow. Check out the trailer for Tuesday. SWAT has upped Anna Enger Rich to a series regular for the final season, so congratulations, that's great. Queer Eye's Bobby Burke explains why he's leaving the show and addresses the rumor of a rift with co-star Tan France. So you can check out that article if you'd like to know more. AMC has dropped a new trailer for The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live, as we get ready for the next spinoff. Night Court is going to host a little bit of a Big Bang Theory reunion as Kunal Nair is going to be romancing Abby in an upcoming episode. Saturday Night Live is going to have Ayo Edebiri to host the show on February 3rd, and Jennifer Lopez will be the musical guest. So that's awesome. She's coming big off some wins for the Bear, and now she gets to do SNL. I love it. And Jennifer Lopez is musical guest. Chris Pratt is set to star in a new sci-fi movie for Amazon. It's going to be directed by Timur Bekmambetov. his movie's called Mercy. This is the guy who directed Wanted, and I love Wanted. So yeah, this is I think it's gonna be pretty cool, man. A sci-fi action movie with Chris Pratt, directed by this guy. Mercy. I'm ready for it. Let's go. Uh, How to Train Your Dragon, the live action version, has cast Julian Dennison, who was the Deadpool 2 star. I love Julian. He's a great ad. So that's going to be cool for the live action film there. Um, Greg Nicotero is set to direct the pilot episode of a TV series based on the Robert McCammon novel Swan Song. Marvel's Thunderbolts has supposedly added Lewis Pullman, and supposedly he is adding on to the role that Stephen Yeun had to drop out for due to scheduling conflicts. So congratulations to Lewis Pullman joining the Thunderbolts. Alrighty. Peacemaker season 2. James Gunn says he's almost done writing season 2. He's only got 1 or 2 episodes left to finish up. Diablo Cody has talked about wanting to make a sequel to the Megan Fox horror movie Jennifer's Body. She says she would love to do Jennifer's Body too. Let's go. Let's go. Matthew Vaughn talks about wanting to do Argyle sequel movies and a TV show prequel, all in the future for Matthew Vaughn. When he goes into a franchise, he goes all in, right? We have so much in the Kingsman world, and now he wants to do it basically again for Argyle. So let's see. Let's make sure the movie's good first before we open a whole universe here. Kate Hudson is set to lead Mindy Kaling's new workplace comedy series for Netflix. Paul Mescal has been added to the William Shakespeare Hamnet movie that Chloe Zhao is doing. Amanda Seyfried is set to star in a new Peacock limited series called Long Bright River. Cal Penn wants Snoop Dogg if they do a potential Harold and Kumar 4. Why not? Just makes sense, right? We have the trailer for Ricky Stenicki. Oh boy. I remember when they said they were going to do this movie, and it was Zac Efron and John Cena. And they were going to do an R-rated raunchy comedy over on Prime Video. This is a pretty cool trailer, man. Basically, it's Zac Efron and his friends, and every time they want to have kind of like a guy's vacation, they always tell their wives that they're going to visit their sick friend, Ricky Stenicki. Now the problem is there is no Ricky Stenicki, and they're about to be busted, so they hire a guy to play Ricky Stenicki, and that's John Cena. But of course, John Cena's character is a little cuckoo and starts to believe that he's really Ricky Stenicki, and the hilarity ensues. So this looks really fun. This comes out in March on Prime Video, and I'm ready for it. Let's see here. Knives Out 3 gonna supposedly go into production later this year. Ryan Johnson is in the final stages of writing his script. He says the whole idea is fleshed out. He has the story, just putting pen to paper, and then they'll start filming hopefully by the end of the year. Pharrell Williams is going to be making a Lego movie about his life, and a 2024 release date is planned. Who asked for this? I don't know, and I love that he's making it about himself. We have the trailer for Monkey Man. This is Jordan Peele's new produced action movie, directed by Dev Patel and starring Dev Patel. This trailer is pretty crazy, man. It is a batshit crazy action movie that looks kind of John Wicky. Curious to see where it goes. And this movie might have popped up on an anticipated list on somebody's countdown on our Am I Still in the Air? So check that out. There's a new 80s inspired slasher movie that's coming out later this year called Camp Pleasant. So there you go. Temptation Island is moving to Netflix. Sorry, it currently airs on the USA Network. It is moving to Netflix after 5 seasons on USA. So nice move there. So You Think You Can Dance. Jojo Siwa is going to return as a judge, replacing Nigel Lithgow for season 18. A movie about SNL's 1975 premiere has set its full cast. They're going to be Lorne Michaels, Gilda Radner, everybody playing these stars from back in the day. So check out who is doing what. Ricky Stenicki lands on Prime Video March 7th, by the way. So get ready for that. Matthew McConaughey is set to star in a new deadly wildfire rescue thriller directed by Paul Greengrass. It's going to be called The Lost Bus. Isla Fisher is cautiously optimistic about a third season of Wolf Like Me. I hope they get a third season because I watched this show and season 2 ended on a damn cliffhanger. So give me season 3. I am awaiting. Let's see here. Super Bowl is set. Chiefs versus 49ers at the Super Bowl coming up in a couple weeks. Despicable Me 4 has added Will Ferrell and Sofia Vergara to the cast. And also the first trailer has dropped. So Will Ferrell, Sofia Vergara, Joey King, Stephen Colbert, and Chloe Fineman have all been added to the voice cast. And then the first trailer has dropped as Gru welcomes a new addition to the family. So check it out. These movies are always super fun. So looking forward to that later in the year. Comedian Bert Kreischer is sticking with Netflix. He is signed with the streamer for 2 more stand up specials. So that's pretty cool there. The new trailer for Ghostbusters Frozen Empire has dropped, and it's really, really cool. This hits theaters on March 22nd, and this might have popped up on an anticipated list as well. So check that out. Am I still on the air? Plug, plug. Let's see here. Taylor Sheridan's newest Paramount Plus series is moving forward. It's called Landman. Chris Rock is set to direct the remake of Another Round, which was a foreign movie, so he's going to do the American version. We got some set video pictures and video of Daredevil Born Again, which previews Matt, Foggy, and Karen's reunion. I love that. Ethan Hawke's Flannery O'Connor biopic starring Maya Hawke is coming soon. It's called Wildcat. Ashley Park has confirmed that she is returning for Emily in Paris season 4. The Umbrella Academy star, um, what is this guy's name? I'm totally forgetting. What is this dude's name? Tom Hopper. That's right. The Umbrella Academy star Tom Hopper has joined Chris Pratt and Taylor Kitsch in the upcoming Terminal List prequel series, which looks like it's now called Dark Wolf. So I like that. He's one of my favorite parts about Umbrella Academy, so nice addition there. Duncan Jones' new sci-fi movie Rogue Trooper has cast Haley Atwell. I love that because I love Haley Atwell. Jordan Peele set the team with Randall Park for a new historical genre movie. Reba McEntire is set to star in a new NBC sitcom pilot from her Reba executive producer. Let's see here. Password season 2 is coming soon, and Lauren Graham, Jimmy Kimmel are among the celeb players. Severance season 2. A lot of people ask me about this show all the time. They had started filming, then they stopped because of the strike, and it's been mum ever since. Well, they have finally resumed production. So there you go. Season 2 has resumed. Will it make a 2024 release? I don't know, man. It's going to be close, but I think it could. There's not a lot of special effects or anything in this show, so I think it can still make an end of the year release. John Dutton will definitely die in Yellowstone season 6. But how will it happen? We have an article up talking about possible scenarios there. Congratulations to Suits. This is crazy. After a record-breaking run atop the streaming charts in the summer and fall, Suits can claim one more milestone at the end of 2023. It's the most streamed show over the course of a year. This is a show that originally aired on the USA Network like 10 years ago. This show is so old. And then it like hit Netflix, and all of a sudden everybody started watching it. And now it's the year's biggest streamer. That blows my mind how this old ass show could outperform new shows. And it's just funny to me, the people that don't have regular TV, how they find shows like this and they just get this new whiff, right? Like I've noticed now that Netflix is streaming This Is Us. I've seen so many people post like, "Oh, I checked out this new Netflix show. This Is Us. It's so good." And I'm like, show's been off the air for years, and you could have watched it years ago on NBC or Peacock. So yeah, it's crazy how people find stuff so far after the fact, and then don't even know that it's an older show. They think it's like a new Netflix show, and you're like, "Oh man." All right. Thunderbolts, as it gears up to start filming, Ayo Edebiri was supposed to be in this movie in a small role, but due to scheduling conflicts, due to the strike, and then the Bear starting to film, she had to drop out due to scheduling conflicts. And Geraldine Viswanathan has stepped in to replace her. So it sucks to see Ayo step out, but I like Geraldine as well. So, and it's not supposed to be a very big role. So I like that. Hey, thanks to anybody that listens to us on Good Pods. The Good Pods is a really cool app that streams all podcasts. And I've been getting emails from them over the last couple weeks with my show being in their top 50 in several categories for TV, for movies. Um, just overall entertainment podcast. So thank you. Thank you to anybody who listens on Good Pods and is getting us up the rankings there. I really appreciate it. Nia Long has joined the cast of the King of Pop biopic. So we talked about Coleman Domingo playing Joe Jackson. Well, Nia Long is stepping in to play Mom. So that's pretty cool there. I love Nia. Um, Matthew Vaughn says that Deadpool 3 will save the MCU. I love that. He says he's seen a cut of the movie and it's really, really good. And he thinks it's going to be the jolt of energy the MCU needs. And I love that. Kevin Bacon and Kira Sedgwick, who of course are married, they're going to reunite for the first movie in 20 years. It's called Connaissance. Um, James Gunn says that Millie Alcock has edge and grace and is the perfect example of what they want for Supergirl, and that's why she won out there. Um, Josh Shigara has been added to Abbott Elementary season 3. I love Josh; he's a great guy. So nice addition there to one of my favorite comedies on TV right now, Abbott Elementary. Kiki Palmer is joining Aziz Ansari's new movie Good Fortune, which is going to also star Seth Rogen and Keanu Reeves. So nice addition there. Sony has released the trailer for the new horror movie Tarot. So take a look at that, or Tarot. Um, Derek Cinefrance is going to be directing a movie about the McDonald's thief who lived in a Toys R Us. Huh? That's a hell of a story. I'm anxious to see what they do with that. The Exorcist star, who is this? God, man, I hate when you don't give me the log line there. Um, Exorcist actress Jennifer Nettles has been tapped to join Kevin Bacon in the new Blumhouse Television upcoming horror series, The Bondsman. So congratulations there, Jennifer Nettles. That's great. Fight Night has added Terrence Howard to the Kevin Hart-led heist series. We have the new trailer for the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. Um, this is Henry Cavill's new movie, directed by Guy Ritchie. Reacher himself is in this as well, Alan Ritchson. So I haven't even had a chance to watch the trailer yet, but I love the cast. Obviously, Guy Ritchie. Um, we'll have to check this out. I think it's going to be a big one for this year. Coen brothers are reportedly reuniting for a very bloody horror movie. Ooh. Disney Channel's The Secrets of Sulphur Springs is not going to be returning for season 4. The new Star Trek movie, Section 31, has started filming, and Michelle Yeoh is leading this one, but Omari Hardwick and Sam Richardson have joined the cast. James Gunn also says that Millie Alcock was the first name that he thought of when they started casting for this role. So that's got to be pretty special for an actress to know that you were the first on the list, right? Extraction director Sam Hargrave is set to helm a new adaptation of Kill Them All, the graphic novel. Gillian Flynn's Dark Places, which had a movie several years ago, it's going to get a new adaptation, this time as an HBO limited series. Yeah, the movie wasn't very good. So I'm really hoping that they'll do the book justice here on HBO. I think they can. Um, Lamorne Morris and Dylan O'Brien have joined the SNL 1975 cast, so great additions there. Um, World War II drama is the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. So definitely check out that trailer that we got posted. And on that note, that is the last piece of the puzzle. That is our newest piece that has dropped, is that trailer. And we still hit a half-hour mark. Look at that, with no real reviews. So thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, make sure you check out our other episode, our very special Am I Still in the Air? Top 10 movies of 2023 and top 10 most anticipated 2024. Whether you listen to it here on the feed or give it a watch, man, and check us out. Check out our pretty faces on the stream talking about it. So youtube.com/am I on the air. But either way, just check it out. Don't miss it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you check out our website. amiontheair.com is the official webpage. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/am I on the air. Follow us on Twitter or X at Am I on the Air or DX Don Mega for me personally. Same handles there for Threads if you're over there on Threads. You can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Simply search Am I on the Air, okay? Please subscribe to us on Apple Podcast or Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcast, Amazon Music. We're on everything. So make sure you subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. Good pods, right? And like us on Facebook at facebook.com/am on the air. I might have said that already. But yeah, and thank you to our great affiliates at Red Dragons Radio and the Pop Culture Pros. Follow on Twitter at Red Dragons Radio, all one word, reddragonsradio.com, and follow the Pop Culture Pros at popculture_pros. Thank you so much for streaming our show on demand. We always appreciate it. And that'll do it for me on this Tuesday, January the 30th. We'll be back next week with an Argyle review, and we'll see what else pops up down the line. So take care of yourselves and each other. And until next time, y'all. Peace. Red Dragon!